Before I get started, if you enjoy my lessons and videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell for notifications. If you're watching this on Facebook, be sure to like the Metal Method Facebook page. That way I'm able to notify you every time I'm doing a live stream or uploading a lesson. In the newsletter that I sent out last week, I discussed how to break through technique plateaus. By that I mean at 120 beats per minute, for example, you can comfortably play a part. But when the tempo moves up to 140 beats per minute, for example, there may be challenges. To overcome these problems, go back to the fundamentals. When something is difficult to play, find the answer by studying the part to see if there's a more efficient way to play it. This might mean that you need to change picking technique or the position on the neck, or even figure out a different pattern. Maybe the same notes, just use 3 notes to a string instead of the caged patterns. Recently, I was a little sloppy with a lick when performing at tempo. The lick's not terribly hard, it's just pull-offs. That's pretty easy, right? I was using alternate picking. I just couldn't get it fast enough, so what I decided was just to analyze it and see if there was an easier way to play it. And I came up with this. All upstrokes like this. My practice sessions are all about minimizing these technique problems. In other words, if I practice correctly, I don't run into these speed bumps. And when I do, I know how to analyze and correct the problem. I usually begin my practice sessions by playing a few basic exercises from my speed and accuracy course. You can learn more about the course at rockguitar.com, and it's also available within the complete guitar course. So either way works. You can find out more about it at rockguitar.com. There are 3 simple sequences that are the fundamental patterns for lead guitar. Whole step, half step. So I call this first pattern whole step, half step. The second one is half step, whole step. Just half step, whole step. And the third one is whole step, whole step. The names that I pick out for them are arbitrary. Ascending, the first one is whole step, half step. But descending, it's half step, whole step. And the second one is half step, whole step, ascending. And whole step, half step, descending. Whole step is the same either way. Obviously. One thing really cool about these patterns is in E natural minor, these patterns can be found on adjacent strings right here. So I practice the first pattern, descending, then ascending. Second pattern, descending, then ascending. And the third one, same thing. Then I play each one of them descending and ascending. And a cool way to play them also, there's actually a whole step pattern down here. Then the first pattern, second. So it's really cool to play them together like that. I will show you how I practice exercise 1, descending and ascending with the Guitar Pro Speed Trainer. And this is really cool. So I start off by setting the tempo to 140 beats a minute. And you can see the tempo at the top of the page. When I turn on Speed Trainer, it will begin at 70%. And then it will go to 80% the next time through. Then 90%, and last at 100% at 140 beats per minute. This is a great way to increase picking speed. Here's my reasoning for beginning each session with these patterns. If you're trying to play at 140 beats per minute and you can't play one of these patterns at tempo, you're going to fail. So it's important to nail these shapes ascending and descending before moving on. Let's say the fastest that you can play these is 130 beats per minute. When you're playing along with Michelangelo's No Boundaries at 150 beats per minute and find yourself stumbling every now and then, that's the reason. Without additional practice of the fundamentals, you need to turn the metronome back to 130 beats per minute. Slowly, over time, you'll reach your potential and play much faster with more accuracy than you're playing today. In a typical practice session, I might not go beyond these 3 simple shapes for warm-up. Other times I'll play a few of the other speed and accuracy exercises at random. After my initial warm-up, I run through the pentatonic patterns and diatonic patterns in different keys. This is fun. It's almost like getting paid to practice. Next, I move on to either an original song that I'm composing or a favorite cover tune. There are 2 variables to be addressed for the perfect practice session. The first is, what is your goal? The second is, how much time do you have for daily practice? If you're only putting in an hour a day, you need to be sure that everything is precise and fine-tuned to your goal. How we practice is personal. No one can tell you what to practice unless you tell them exactly where you're headed. When I'm giving private guitar lessons online, the first question I ask students is, what does success look like? Where do you expect to be 6 months from now? How will you know that we've reached your goal? I look at lessons as a joint project. It's not only about you improving as a guitarist, it's also important for me to know I was successful getting you there. And by the way, if you're interested in private lessons, yes, the information is at, say it with me, rockguitar.com. My practice sessions are arranged as more of a process than a specific goal. You might want to do the same. I play guitar for personal enjoyment, as you do. I give guitar instructions. I write and record music and work on cover tunes. I want to do all these things and not suck. The only way I can pull that off is with consistent practice. If you've enjoyed this lesson, please like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel and Facebook page. Comments are usually appreciated too. See you on the next one.